So I probably should have said on the first little bit of this is probably the easiest way to do these plates is to take these off, put the glue on, screw these on with some tension on it, and then just leave the door off until the glue goes hard, and that way you don't have to worry about the adjustment so much. But once it's all gone off and hard, you can really tighten those up. Obviously don't over tighten them, but the whole idea there is that they're nice and tight. Probably the next measure that you would take with those is a little bit of Loctite in there. So just a little bit of thread locker, and then you'd never ever have to worry about them again. But again, it's potentially overkill, and obviously you don't want to do that until you're sure that you got your alignment right. So put our door back on here again, sort of line it up from the front. Look, I'd have to say you've got to be a little bit patient with that, because it can be a little bit frustrating, but you'll get the knack of it after you've done one. And then in here there's the adjustments for these. So you can see the big screw on the back side here. That's how we move it in and out. Okay, so that moves the hinge this way and that way. And then this one that's hiding in here, this will be how we move it towards the gable or away from the gable. So if I tighten it up like I'm tightening it now, it's actually going to move the hinge position this way, because we've packed that out. It's going to move it back to the position we want it. So I just did 2 quarter turns on the top, do the same on the bottom, and then we'll just see how it looks. So you're going to have to play around with that a little bit. It's getting pretty close there. I probably want to get a little bit more, but you can see it's straight and it's relatively level. Okay, so that's a bit with the adjustment. Hopefully we don't run out of adjustment. It's probably a little bit of a risk that we run here with that packer. If it is, we can try and get some more zero hinge plates, but it's generally just make sure you're all nice and tight. So these plates are sucked in hard against the wall, and then obviously do your adjustment from there. So that's pretty much it with these. Same thing on these latches as the drawer fronts. So it's the identical replacement piece. We put the backing plate in here. To be honest with you, we haven't actually had any of these come off. It's more about if the door comes open and then the door's flailing around, or it's left open, the door's flailing around. There's a lot of purchase on the door out here, and it does tend to snap back all this way, and it'll actually pull those out, and that's why we're putting these plates on. So that's a bit of background on what's going on with those. The other plate that we've got is basically this one, which is the hinge base plate, and that's going to go on underneath here, and it's the same scenario. It's just more glue to help hold those in there. So we can do those as well, and look, to be honest with you, that one is massively overkill, but it's just something that we're putting out there. So again, if you want these ones, just let us know how many doors you've got and how many hinges, and we'll send those out. And it's basically just take these screws off, and then put that under there. Again, it's going to adjust. It's going to change the adjustment. It's going to move your door further away. Obviously, we're packing it out, so you'll be using that back screw in there to move it back in towards the back of the cabinet. So if I tighten this up to the right, you see it's moving backwards, and then to the left it moves out again. Okay, so you just have to have a little bit of a fiddle with that once that's done up. As long as you got nice glue ooze around here, we'll take the door off now and we'll just give that a little clean up. If you want a little hint on cleaning those up, a little bit of soapy water, and then like a hard card, like a piece of even a piece of cardboard or something like that, spray the soapy water on there, and then you can screech it off and it'll actually come off without smearing, and then obviously just wipe it with some terps or something like that. But that's pretty easy to clean up, and then she's all good. So again, it's a little bit of precautionary stuff, but it's things that we found in the last trip, and we just want to make sure that all the cabinets are as strong as they can be. Obviously that drawer thing is probably the most critical one. That's really the one that we want everyone to do. So let us know how many drawers you've got. We'll send out all the plates, screws and glues, and obviously just watch this video. If you are a little bit unsure, just let us know, probably fire us an email, and we'll try and step it out for you to make it clearer, but it should be pretty straightforward from there.